Right, after much trouble, I think I managed to get on. I've been trying with my iPad, which does not want to work, but today I thought I would come on board and say hi to everybody. It's been a little while. I've been happily working, but it has been hard, I must say, to manage family life and teaching and being here. I noticed that there was some questions about some stuff over the last couple of weeks as to something I think actually even mentioned. I think this guy may have died because I haven't been online, so I just want to assure everybody I'm alive and well. I just have been working. Summer is a busy time for me around here with the change of schedule with my children and my family, and obviously band commitments far and wide. Some of them only work during the summer, so I end up getting quite swamped, and I may have bit off more than I could chew to, try to do this. But I figured I would come back here, and before my 9 o'clock lesson, I thought maybe I would talk to you guys a little bit about a great song that a lot of Grateful Dead guitar players have a hard time grappling with because there's just a lot of chords. It's a big, long structure. It's called Looks Like Rain. It's a Bob Weir tune. It appeared on the Ace record back in 1972. I don't know if if I'm coming through loud and clear here. If anybody is online, maybe they'll feel free to just leave a quick comment here saying it's I can hear you, everything's fine. Otherwise I'll just look kind of like a dummy. I'm using my phone for the first time ever doing this, but I figured I'd use the acoustic guitar because it's largely a rhythm lesson. All right, we're going to be doing one of these kind of C chord shaped E chords up here with the open E. All right, we're going to be doing this little riff, boom, ba, boom, ba, and then there's always this little kind of muffling kind of thing going on with Bob. He doesn't usually like, he's not doing big wide strums. He prefers that little clipped kind of, all right, especially later, that first record, the first time it's recorded where it's on the acoustic, it seems like it's played more here. This is also kind of a great Bob E chord as well, where you can get that sus, so where you put the pinky here on this E, the third with the index, and then form the octave here. And then that allows you to get to the sus by simply flattening out your middle finger joint, that little knuckle right there. Really, really tasty sound, actually. And not one that, this chord right here is something I don't see every day for sure. All right, so let's see what's going on here. I can't tell if anybody, there are some people on. That's good. Sorry, I'm such an old fart that I don't understand how any of this stuff works, but I still like to reach out to folks. All right, so we're playing this out, Awoke Today. All right, and in the background, you'll usually hear Garcia noodling a little bit. Something like that. And usually right before it goes to the next chord, you'll hear Garcia imply that note right there, that D, kind of implying that there's an E7 sound, but that's not what Bob plays. But you could do that if you were a solo accompanist. You could do form that little E7 chord right there. This is the nice inversion. Into your A. Felt your side of bed. Okay, so we'll get to those chords in a second. So E, A, and this is going to be like C#7, but Bobby likes to put that 5 in the bass, and you get that kind of gospel. I think okay, it's a little different than. All right, same chord. It's just like any chord. It's just an inversion with the 5 in its bass. All right, so that looks just like a C chord brought up a fret, pinky down on the G string, and then the ring finger brought over. So there's a couple of modifications there, but not too much. All right, so Awoke Today, or here, or here. He likes this thing too, just a little much on an acoustic if you ask me, but whatever. All right. you could do that, or you can do this with the thumb over. All right? And that does help out a lot with getting to this little lick. Okay. Covers were still warm where you lay. Alright, now, he doesn't always play this little passing chord, okay? But I do. I like it, and I hear the bass player, somebody usually makes this chromatic motion from the B, which is really functioning as a B7 here. Though I don't think Bob plays that, I think he plays this. A stickler and you want to do just like Bobby did it, that's cool, that's great. All right, so there you go, this. All right, now what is that? That looks just like a B7 chord with a C in its bass. It's basically like, how do you get best of both worlds? How do you create a chromatically moving bass line over top of a B7 chord? Just like that, just do it, you got it. Right into C sharp minor. F sharp minor, and then E. Right, or here. That doesn't sound so great on my guitar though, so I would try to hop over that. That seems a little bit more resolved, okay? So, opening section, 3, 4, 3. Felt your side of bed. Covers were still warm. Alright, here we come up to the You Were Gone, that part. C sharp minor, down to B minor. Alright, and then we're going back to our scale. A, C sharp 7, F sharp minor, and then the same little lick. Again, back to B, and I do this again. All right, so it largely repeats that form, right? You just have to be aware of where you are within the form. All right, so then we come up to our first kind of killer move, right? This little, it's all right, 'cause I love you. So that's going to be a sus. Okay. Kind of that sound of putting our pinky down on the D note while we play the A in the bass. A sus. Now you could do this here. All right, or this. All right, or even this, I think, right? We could do. Important part is that D. It's alright, 'cause I love you. Up into F sharp. I usually play that like that with that boom. Okay, so that's F sharp, D major, A, D. Okay, now that part gets a little hazy for folks. That part is like, oh, all of a sudden there's like some new chords in there and they come a little faster than they did before, right? So heads up, all right? So, whoops. That's a D as well. Run me around and hurt me again and again. Get to that. It's a B7 after that second F sharp, and then back to E. And here comes like the wind-up pitch for the closing statement of the tune's composition, okay? It's going to be the same sus4 move here, but back a fret, and we need to get a little bass support here. Okay, so that would be from the top of that second section out, starting with the sus4 chords. It's alright, I love you. it again and again. Well, I still sing you love songs. All right, so that's C sharp minor, B, and the bass of the C sharp minor 7 triad. Kind of like when we do one of these kind of things where we walk down. Well, we're going from C sharp, maintaining this A minor shape and acting like that's our capo, right? Now we're going to come here and you can do that or this if you need a break, or this. That high E is nice to keep chiming. And here comes the part that everybody like flips out about. Now let's talk about it. That's the build, okay? Okay, and that's the most clever and super genius part of this tune for sure. All right, that's the very songwritery side of this thing. All right, and let's take a look at what's happening in like bulky chords. Okay, it's an E major chord, an F sharp dominant sound, right? Then a B, and then that chromatic chord we already discussed to C sharp. So we get. So the root of the second chord is in fact an F sharp 7 sound, okay? So we're basically playing the F sharp, we're doing like the dominant of the B chord we're headed to, okay? We're playing the 5 of the 5, E, then we're targeting the 5, that's the B chord. So we're gonna play the 5 of the 5 right before it, just like we did this. That's the 5 of the 2 chord, that F sharp minor chord, right? So we can do that. We can play the 5 right before we play any chord, that the 5 of whatever chord we're about to play into, and it usually sounds pretty dope. So if we go boom, 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 oh. All right, we're using that diminished chord to create that chromatic tension, okay? But what we end up with is a chromatically ascending bass line. And how do we get that note? That's the 3rd of that F sharp, right? That B flat note. We see it there, like if we were playing like a G chord and we came back, we'd see that as related to the root, right? So if we hear, right? That's how we hear that. Boom, 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 boom. Back here, that's the lower chording, okay? You could do it like that if you were like, again, like in a bar, just playing an acoustic thing and you want to keep some bass in the structure. All right, but the really more elegant moves are happening obviously further up the neck, where we could do things like this, and then slide up and grab the F sharp as a partial, and the B, and then an inversion. Super tasty, right? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. There it is, and then we gotta get to that quick little tag. Beautiful song. I mean, it's really impeccably written. Okay, so that's an E chord coming up to that. Okay, we want to think about that in any of its inversions. So that's an F sharp dominant 7 sound. So we could do that here or here. Okay. So one of the things that I encourage my more advanced players to look at when they're doing arpeggios and trying to play the Garcia stuff on this song would be to take a look at the E triad here, and then the F sharp 7 triad, just like a D7 triad with the E as a common tone. Then come up and grab the B, and then you get that little diminished chord right there, and then into the again, E, F sharp 7, B, diminished. Hear the voice leading? That's really quite nice. I mean, that's like, you know, it's a cliche in songwriting terms, right? And not in a bad way. I'm not trying to be critical of it. I'm just saying, like, that's not atypical for a song to have that kind of motion in it. Beautiful voice leading though, okay? So we could do that in a couple of different ways here. If we want to use those low strings to create the bass, right? We can find the third of the F sharp, the fifth, the root, kind of like that. Do this voicing. All right, so that's going to be the ring finger on the 6th fret, barring with the index. Pinky grabs the 5, middle grabs the 7. Grab. Dope. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful, beautiful sound. All right, I'm going to see whether or not there's any questions here because I can't seem to get it together here. Why won't I? What's going on? Switch account, Google channel, view channel. Is that how that works? Yeah, there I am. Hot diggity. A whole whopping 4 people watching here because I can't seem to get it together. No, it's early. It's early still. Let's see. All right, well, no, I don't see anything in the chat, but then again, I don't know what the hell to look for, to be honest. So I don't know if anybody has any questions aside from what we talked about. I do have a 9 o'clock lesson, so I figured I would just do what I could to kind of lay it out there for you guys and show you what's happening. All my gear is all packed up. I've got a gig later this afternoon down at the beach, so I'm hit the roads shortly, but I figured I would jump on real fast and share this with you. I just played this song with the band the other night and had a really great time doing it. It's super fun. So we can do that, but I think I like it. Okay, and don't forget, you can do that while you're noodling around over top of that E chord. Okay, now this is kind of a clever Garcia-style move for that change. You can't do the same. If you're playing the Garcia stuff, you can't be doubling the bob part, right? Then it just, like, what's the point of that? So you have to find those little, you know, all the tingly bits. Right, so that's going to be the A triad like this. Then come back and form that, right? That's a little... This is the key note, that F over top of the C sharp 7 sound. It's third, okay? What we end up with is like kind of like an ascending line cliche. Right, so we're headed towards this F sharp minor. So that sound right there looks like an A6 chord, but then again, A6 and F sharp minor they're the exact same 3 notes. 4 notes there, right? So with an A, but if we put F sharp in the bass, we hear a full F sharp minor chord. Okay, so we're going. Okay, and then, all right, and then we got to get it to the B. Right, and then what would be? Sorry, that's it. B minor. Same kind of move again, right? So that's the same little. That's us making the "You Were Gone." Might not be sleeping. Right here again. That kind of thing. Beautiful sound. Okay, so we'll probably come back at a later date and do the Garcia style, like those tingly bits a little bit, maybe on the electric, not on the acoustic. But I wanted to kind of plant the flag on this song because compositionally speaking, it's pretty big. There's two very large sections that each have like some complex chords, in particular those sus chords that. By the way, if you're wondering what to do over top of those and you're the Garcia guy, especially on that one right there, that's a great opportunity for you using your harmonic minor. That sound over top of that. So when you're soloing, right, we're soloing over that first. Right? Right here, right? We're gonna go. And then you want to find your. Okay. Oh, I forgot about the chorus. Sorry. E, D with a no third. Beautiful, and then relief. F sharp minor. So that's at the end. Okay. And last but not least, we do have that great little line that they do. So this is over the E chord. We're going to start on its 5 and go to its 3. Then over the D, we're going to use, it's a D Lydian chord because we're in A, so we're going. Okay, so that's a 4 chord. That means we're going to use the D Lydian sound. Oh, sorry. There it is, right? No, that was right. Yeah, anyway, so we've got that, so D Lydian, so we've got, sorry, that was right. All right, so we've got to think about this one little thing here. It's that note right there over the D chord. Something like that. So over top of the if you can't sing it, probably not good for you to play it, but something akin to that, I believe. Okay. And that's where Garcia turns on that little octave divider or something like that usually. So, all right, I gotta go. It's 9 o'clock. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and if you're watching this after the fact, hey, welcome to another episode of Office Hours. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, share, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you around. All right, I promise. Take care.